I just told you I didn't want to do no interviews, and you said you are going to do interviews. Now you told me to do interviews. Now you're trying to take me away from them. No. Let me show Dante's Boxing Nation some love.
He is the best. Possibly. There's obviously a lot of people who will say and who can argue this, but of all time, Mayweather has the skills to beat anybody. He has the talent, he has the work ethic, and people all over the world are becoming fans of the talent he possesses, so we really have to commend him for that.
Then I say, you know what? I've been sitting on the top of the throne for 17 years. Every time they get a guy, they build him up, and you know what I do?
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So Floyd Mayweather just recently announced that he's going to be releasing a documentary on his life, his entire career. There's supposed to be hours and hours of unseen footage. It's going to be put together by Hidden Empire Films, and they're supposed to be following the format of Netflix docuseries The Last Dance, which was based on Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls team. It was really a great docuseries. It's one of those type of docuseries that you can actually watch more than once. Now listen, almost any biography, any type of documentary that's going to be based on Floyd Mayweather's career is most likely going to be a good one. But the documentary would not be complete. It would not be authentic if they didn't talk about the racial double standards that Floyd Mayweather had to deal with to get to where he is today.
I'm just tired that, a lot of times people send me these stories about, what the media write about. And, I mean, yeah, do racism go on within the sport of boxing? Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, you got to think about it. Even Floyd Mayweather's own network, HBO, was completely against him. Those clips on HBO that I still remember today, they would always discredit Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather could not win for losing. If Floyd got a knockout, they would say, yeah, it was an impressive performance, but look at the seats. Look at all these empty seats. They said on numerous occasions, Floyd would never be a star. Once again, this is Floyd's own network saying he will never be a star. I remember Larry Merchant, he shared a Bob Arum story while Floyd Mayweather was fighting. He said at this time, they had this big, huge banner of Britney Spears on the MGM Grand. And Floyd Mayweather, he said to Bob, why don't we put a banner of me on the MGM Grand? And Bob refused to do it, telling Floyd Mayweather, you're not Britney Spears. You're not a star like that. Now, guess what happened as soon as Floyd Mayweather left Top Rank? The MGM, they put a permanent banner of Floyd Mayweather on their building year round. That means even when Floyd Mayweather didn't have a scheduled fight, that's what you seen when you looked at the MGM Grand, was this huge banner of Floyd Mayweather. And just to show you how karma works, which is once again why things like this should be in the documentary, years later, Bob Arum is promoting Pacquiao versus Bradley 2, and he's complaining because MGM, they have banners of Floyd Mayweather versus Maidana all across the building, including the one large one that they keep year round.
I know that, yeah, hell with it. I know that in the Venetian, they wouldn't make a mistake like this. They knew what fight they were scheduled 3 or 4 days, and they wouldn't have a 12-to-1 fight all over the building that's going to take place 3 weeks from next Saturday.
That situation infuriated Bob. Then he started dissing Showtime. He said the Venetian would not make a mistake like this. But it wasn't a mistake. The only mistake was Bob Arum allowing Floyd Mayweather to leave him, to buy himself out of the contract. Because if Bob Arum would have been treating Floyd Mayweather like Lomachenko and Tyson Fury, he would have never had these problems. He wouldn't have had to worry about this huge banner of Floyd Mayweather all over the building. And then you have the situation where Floyd Mayweather end up leaving HBO. HBO had the Michael Jordan of boxing. But because HBO always wanted the Michael Jordan to come in a different color, they allowed Floyd Mayweather to leave and sign the biggest deal in boxing history with Showtime. Now, keep in mind, guys, when Floyd Mayweather was fighting on HBO, all those fights you've seen Floyd fighting on HBO, did you know Floyd was still fighting as a free agent? HBO never offered Floyd Mayweather some big, massive, multi-million-dollar deal like Showtime did. And the real crazy thing is the timing that Floyd Mayweather left HBO. This was right after Larry Merchant completely disrespected Floyd Mayweather after the Victor Ortiz fight. He actually interviewed the loser of the fight first. He interviewed Victor Ortiz, and then when he interviewed Floyd Mayweather, he just completely disrespected him, which led to Larry Merchant eventually telling Floyd Mayweather, "I'd kick your ass if I was 50 years younger." Now, you would think that HBO, they would have really reprimanded Larry Merchant some kind of way when you consider the fact that Floyd Mayweather was their cash cow. But they didn't care what Larry Merchant said to Floyd Mayweather. And the crazy thing is, when Showtime offered Floyd Mayweather this huge multi-million-dollar deal, Floyd still went back to HBO and gave them an opportunity to sign him themselves. This is how loyal Floyd Mayweather was to HBO. And HBO had zero loyalty to Floyd Mayweather. And just like something you would see in a movie, just like something you would see in a great documentary, after Floyd Mayweather leaves HBO, dealing with all of the disrespect, HBO goes out of business. They thought they could replace Floyd Mayweather with fighters like Golovkin or Canelo Alvarez, and that turned out to be a hell of a miscalculation. And to make it even sweeter, the first year PBC emerged, in 2015, Jim Lampley, who had never dissed a promoter, advisor, anyone like that, he dedicated an entire segment to dissing Al Heyman and predicting that the PBC series would go out of business within like the first 2 years. And the only ones that went out of business was HBO. Now PBC is the biggest and the most successful organization in the entire sport, and Floyd Mayweather is partners with Al Heyman. You almost couldn't write a better story. I mean, that is a traditional, classic, happy ending type of karma story, right? But unfortunately, I think we all know Floyd Mayweather is most likely not going to talk about any of these things. This is not going to be mentioned at all in the documentary. In fact, I was talking to my man Aki. Shout out to him. You guys make sure you subscribe to his channel, another member of New Media. We always talk on the phone, and we were talking about this documentary, and Aki was under the impression that Floyd Mayweather was going to talk about some of the racial double standards, or at least just the mistreatment from HBO, which is pretty much the same thing. And I was telling him, I don't think this docuseries is going to include any of the real stuff that Floyd Mayweather dealt with. I mean, it's like making a documentary on Jack Johnson or Jackie Robinson without talking about the racial double standards. I mean, this is Floyd Mayweather's opportunity to tell the entire story. This is an opportunity to shine a huge light on everything that he went through. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I told you guys at the beginning of this video, any documentary on Floyd Mayweather is going to be a good one because he's the Michael Jordan of the sport. I mean, when Floyd was talking about this documentary, he said he wants to show a different side of him. I don't know if there's another side of Floyd Mayweather, because Floyd Mayweather has always been someone who believes in hard work, dedication, and I think that's what we're going to see when it comes to this documentary. We're going to see how he was determined to be the greatest boxer of all time from the first day he put boxing gloves on. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next one.
All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes,
Fever blisters, diabetic ulcers,
this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Diki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodiki.com.
like them on Facebook and follow them on Instagram.